Hi everyone, this is OG Star Wars, and I have some breaking news for you. And this is probably no shock. At least I hope it's not a shock for you guys, since we know the state of Star Wars and Hollywood today. So this is about what IndieWire has come up with, according to Deborah Chow and Moses Ingram right here, in preparation for the airing of Obiwan Kenobi show. And basically, what this states is that from IndieWire, and this is from Samantha Bergeson, Lucasfilm warned Obi-Wan star Moses Ingram about racist Star Wars hate. It will likely happen. So now they're gearing up to basically say that any backlash that does happen is going to be according to some ists or phobes or whatever, because she is a woman and a woman of color, so a Black woman here. So I'm just going to go through a little bit of this article, but let's go ahead and take a look here. And I want to note the specific quote on top here. If you got talking droids and aliens, but no people of color, it doesn't make any sense. Well, first of all, it doesn't make sense that you have to say that, because Star Wars was never specifically about people of color or human race, like the diversity of human race. It was about all species, whether you were considered alien or human. There was no human specific races that were ever, basically focused on. So that was never a focus. And this is about a fantasy sci-fi in a galaxy far, far away. And so I've never seen it as, being less diverse. I thought it was intriguing from seeing how creative George Lucas and his staff was on creating these aliens and interaction with humans, and how the politics played in how the state of the galaxy was good versus evil. So Lucasfilm is aware of the dark side of Star Wars fandom. Yeah, I guess there's a dark side, right? The dark side of the fandom basically was people getting pissed off at the creatives, associates of the directors and writers for the Disney trilogy, for the backlash, because fans didn't like how they handled that trilogy, the direction they took, and the continuity errors. And basically, those associates started calling fans names and stuff. And yes, the fans did, reach back at that, and rightfully so. After John Boyega and Kelly Marie Tran received racist fan harassment following their respective roles in the recent Skywalker trilogy, the production company behind the franchise is bracing for backlash over POC stars. Now let's get into this a little bit more, because you know what? George Lucas did, hire people of many different ethnicity and races to play characters, whether they're in costume or not. And these examples are basically Samuel L. Jackson, Tamara Morrison, Jimmy Smits, Ahmad Best, Jay Lagai. I don't know if I said that name right. Sorry. Aisha Darker, Daniel Logan, Deepika Jyoti, Billy D. Williams, Femi Taylor, and also Samuel Earl Jones, or James Earl Jones. Sorry about that. James Earl Jones as voice of Vader, and plus many more. There was many other actors that came in that were basically stand-ins that you would see, like in the war room or plan room on the ship in Return of the Jedi. You see such diversity there as well. So there was diversity, not even to mention what Disney Star Wars brought in for like Rogue One and stuff. And then going into the EU had many different people of many different ethnicities in there. But again, the human race and breaking them down into separate race or ethnicities wasn't ever the focus. And I think this is where they get this wrong, that was never a focus. This focus was basically how all species interacted with each other, including the humans. The humans was a species, an alien species in Star Wars as well. Moses Ingram, who plays a villainous inquisitor in upcoming Disney Plus series Obiwan Kenobi, Hunting the Jedi Trainer, Ewan McGregor, revealed that Lucasfilm was proactive in media training ahead of the series premiering May 27th. So they were proactive in media training. Mind you, media training. So a lot of the backlash that we know that fan has received was media training, specifically in the prequel trilogy. A lot of that backlash was media for not liking the direction, George's, Star Wars, the prequel trilogy, and he's always been um, outside of the context of Hollywood. The media didn't like that. He also produced blockbusters. The media didn't like that. So it was something that Lucasfilm actually got in front of and said, this is a thing that unfortunately likely will happen, but we are here to help you. Oh, awesome. So they're here to help her because us fans are so toxic. You can let us know when it happens, Ingram told The Independent. So there you go. And then Ingram noted that Obiwan Kenobi director Deborah Chow has been putting the proper systems in place, I feel, as we do the work throughout the production. Of course, there are always pockets of hate, Ingram said, but have no problem with the block button. So basically they're conditioning her to think that there's going to be hate against her. Now, if her character is written awful, if the plot that she is put in is awful, if her interaction breaks continuity, you're going to hear fans who know and cherish Star Wars for the continuity, for the story plot and all that, not favor it so well. And also, there is the thing of like the woke or the SJW stuff that's been happening in Hollywood. So if there's any note of that, there will be fans that are talk about that, but that doesn't necessarily mean hate towards the actress or actor of color. It just means that they hate the direction Hollywood has been taking all these their films and their productions and stuff like that, and catering to just a small certain group of people, and not thinking that this is a fantasy that should not have no place for that type of catering and should allow it be escapism. They're forgetting all about the escapism that Star Wars, George Lucas has created. So let's go on a little bit more, and then I think we're going to be done here. So Obi-Wan Kenobi is set 10 years after the events of Revenge of the Sith, after Jedi were murdered under the Order 66, as Anakin Skywalker turned to the dark side as Lord Darth Vader. Obi-Wan has been living on Tatooine, observing young Luke. So they're just giving a little breakdown right there. So let's go here. Obi-Wan is going to bring the most diversity I think we've ever seen in the galaxy before. That's bullshit. I just, gave you a small list of like the movie wise, but then we also have the EU that had a plethora of diversity when it came to, gender, when it came to race, when it came to species, all of that. Like I said, again, Star Wars wasn't a focus about just specifically showing diversity in the human race. It was just about human race in general, just like species of all the entire galaxy. It was just about the species and not their little subdivisions of race. And that's where they seem to not, realize. And to me, that shows or shares that they don't know nothing about the franchise. It's not about diversity in the human race whatsoever. So into 2022, so we're just at the beginning of that change, but I think that it's a start for change is better than never having started it. So basically, they're just saying George Lucas is racist. He never thought of diversity. He never brought in diversity. So there you go, you guys. What do you think about that? Do you think they're preparing to start backlashing at fans in a way to make us look like we're toxic, make it look like we're racist because we may not like the character's story direction or even the movie plot or whatever? I, however, am not going to watch, but I am interested to know what you guys think about this article, and then and what you guys think about the show once it comes out. I'll be watching critiques, both good and bad, like not like, out of curiosity, but I choose not to watch it in general. So there you go. So you guys have a great day, and may the force be with you. I'll chat with you guys later.